Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. I thought I wasn't going to do this today. I thought I was going to take a day off. But lo and behold, okay, I'm just waiting for things to calibrate and then we'll get going. Today, I want to discuss something we've all heard. Well, my doctor says blah, blah, blah. And we're all sort of supposed to go, oh, okay. We'll discuss that. Still calibrating away. Okay, so tell me, or down below, write, have you heard this before? And is it people trying to sound important? Okay, well, we'll just do it this way. I get out of the wait all day. It says we're calibrating. The blood sugar is 8.5 and don't have the green circle as yet because it's in the process. The average active insulin is 2.825. Was pretty active last night. I didn't have my normal line. I went up and then I came down. I don't know. Didn't have anything different to eat. So it was just something going on, some sort of environmental. Okay. Time in range, 81%. This went up to 19. So this still is a respectable number. I had no lows and my in range was 81. Awesome numbers. So let's get going. Let's see. Current blood sugar is at 8.4. Now we're going to discuss, but my doctor says this. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. So often you hear that statement. My doctor says that we should twitch our nose 2 times before giving insulin. It sounds strange, but I have to bring out the point that everyone's different. Years ago, I had a service animal, and I had to go for training. It was for 3 weeks. We lived in the school, and everyone came together. Awesome. And we heard this. Well, my doctor says you're eating too much. You need to have pure. And I still, to this day, wondering, it was this lady's husband. I wonder if he was a type 1. I think he was more, from what they were saying, it sounded more like type 2. He didn't really show signs, but to each his own. We're not here to criticize each other. But that was just my feeling. His mannerisms about diabetes and what they were saying sounded very much like a type 2. And sometime during the trip, they said something about everyone in the trip. And I finally said to them, why? What's the point? We're all here to get an animal that's going to help us with our day-to-day living. Well, you see, I worked for my doctor, and I know the best. He's told me what the best thing for control is. Wonderful. But that's what the best thing is for your husband. Doesn't always work for the rest of us. I had come off, the year where I was in the hospital. And they had me sort of on a diet where I would eat more at night to keep my blood sugars up. It worked. My blood sugars were higher. I had some problems after training with the lows, but the dog did help. But, my doctor says you should be eating less at night. Well, okay, wonderful. But that's not for everyone. But he's a doctor. It's great that you have so much faith in your doctor. I got the feeling, and maybe some of you also have this feeling, that the doctor may have said something off the cuff. They asked a question about type 2 or whatever, and the doctor said something and it was taken out of context, meaning it probably meant for her or her husband, but nothing real concrete. So why do we need to be the expert for everyone else? You have to answer to really one person, but two or maybe a few other experts. That one person is you. If you're eating incorrectly, if you're not taking your medication or taking too much, who are you going to have to answer? Who's going to pay the bill for you doing that? And I'm just using that metaphorically. Your body's going to pay the price. Whether it's high blood sugars, low blood sugars, your body's going to pay the price. So we don't need anyone else judging. And this is what's happening. People are, when you get a group of diabetics together, well, my doctor said, and I answered back saying, well, my endocrinologist says. There's one in every group. The rest of the group would go to do stuff at night, like, big, exciting stuff, like Walmart and everything. And they were invited, but, my doctor says we should have a quiet evening every night, so we stay at home and we read, and that's how you keep your blood sugars lower, so you can wake up with lower blood sugars. And in my mind, I'm going, bowl, because I did that and it didn't work. I've had quiet nights at home. I've had busy nights. And things didn't change. And I feel an awful lot of diabetics put the pressure on them. While they're doing it, they're getting good blood sugars. If you were getting such good blood sugars, why are you here getting a service dog? Was it something you wanted a dog and here this one comes fully trained? We got to stop picking at each other. When we get together for treatment, I spoke up a couple of times during that week, or 3 weeks, sorry, but they just wanted to be the center of attention. They were the ones that kind of smoothed up to all the instructors. And you know what? We don't need people who are going to act that way in our community. I said act that way. I didn't say we didn't need them in the community, because obviously the diabetic community is open, to everyone. But I think we have to be alert and be more supportive of each other. Oh, that's interesting. Why do I do that? Well, we're doing this to make sure I don't drop low at night because I was having problems with it. Amazing. Excuse me. Oh, early mornings. But yes, your doctor may tell you something. That's for you. Doesn't mean the next diabetic who comes along, his or her prescription for them might be different. How do I say this? I think a lot of times people will pick and choose. Oh, this fits for us. We'll take that, and this will fit for us. And my husband wasn't feeling well, and oh, that works. We'll do this every night now. And that's why I suggest you do reviews with your doctors, just to make sure that you are doing things correctly. I recently went through and did a review with my doctor. I do a review with my diabetic nurse. Yes, sometimes I screw up, I will say. I've started trying to repeat things back so that I truly understand. But before I went to dog training, I had gone to my doctor and we had gone over, okay, I took the plan of the agenda of the training and I took it to my doctor and I said, okay, and we kind of worked out when I should be eating, what I should be eating. And so we kind of got approved. So it, to me, didn't affect. But if you had other people who were type 1 diabetics and coming in, and that sort of news would just sort of fester. Am I doing things right? It's you and your doctor. Those are the two you need to answer to. And more importantly, you. And with that, relax. You thought I was closing. Oh, we are, but relax review the plans that you do, live the plans that you and your doctor have set up. Don't worry what other people say. And with that, have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.